Could a key player be on his way out of Spurs and more transfer rumours hot up? Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name's Craig. Let's get into it. TBR Football understands that Guillermo Vicario is high on AC Milan's transfer wish list, with new manager Max Allegri keen on Tottenham's number one. With Mike Maignan set to leave Milan this summer, they are looking at options and Vicario is one of them. Reports are stating that Tottenham Hotspur have held talks over a deal for Copenhagen starlet Roony Bardghji. He's been dubbed as the Swedish Messi. L'Equipe in France are reporting that Tottenham are set to open talks with Rennes over French striker Arnaud Kalimuendo. It is claimed Spurs will soon contact the League One side to open talks over signing the 23-year-old. Tottenham have reportedly not made an offer for the France under-21 international as they await Rennes' demands for him. It is claimed Newcastle and Bayer Leverkusen are also interested in the ex-PSG forward. Kalimuendo has 2 years left on his Rennes contract, scored 18 goals in 34 games across all competitions last season. Reports in Italy are stating that Tottenham are among a list of clubs looking at 24-year-old defender Mario Gila from Lazio. It is believed that Lazio would consider offers for the Spanish defender in the region of €50 million. Caught offside are reporting that Marcus Rashford would be ready to take a pay cut to leave Manchester United amid interest from Tottenham. The news outlet reports that the Englishman's £325,000 a week wages could be an issue as Spurs eye his signature. However, sports writer and journalist Henry Winter believes that Tottenham would have been the perfect club for Rashford, but a move now looks unlikely with Matisse Tell signing for Thomas Frank's side. And finally, the BBC are reporting that Tottenham's tour of Korea is emerging as a factor in the future of captain Heung-Min Son amid interest in the forward from Saudi Arabia. Son's future at Spurs is unclear given he has just 12 months left on his contract, with clubs in the Middle East looking at capitalising on the uncertainty. But while well-placed sources have indicated Son could yet leave before next season, any exit for the forward is likely to be delayed until after the summer trip to the forward's homeland, with any absence likely to risk complications with tour organisers. And going on from this, the Times report that Tottenham are commercially contracted for Heung-Min Son to play in a friendly against Newcastle United at the Seoul World Cup Stadium on August the 3rd. Spurs are prepared to sell their captain this summer. Okay, well, here's my thoughts on all those stories today. TBR Football talking about Guillermo Vicario and the fact that AC Milan could be coming in for Vicario. Personally, I'm not sure about this. I think Vicario wants to stay at Tottenham. You can see he loves the club. So I think this is just paper talk. The fact is that it's an Italian club as well. There's always going to be links back for Vicario to Italy. So I'm not too concerned about this. And personally, I would like to hold on to Vicario. I think he saved us many times this season. The deal for Roony Bardghji, he's been dubbed the Swedish Messi. I don't know too much about this lad, but I've looked at him and done a bit of research. He's certainly got a lot of potential. But again, this is about players with potential. If a deal can be struck for him, I wouldn't be against it, perhaps even on a loan. But I can't imagine Copenhagen would want that. They'd probably want a fee for the player, so perhaps one to put on the back burner. But as I've said before, we need experience. We don't need any more youngsters, or certainly a load of youngsters coming through the door. We need experience. Arnaud Kalimuendo, this is a player that I'll be quite excited about. He's got a really good record, 18 goals in 34 games across all competitions last season. I think a deal could be done for this. I mean, he's not young, he's 23 years old, so I think he would be good. I would see him more as a backup, perhaps to Solanke, however. But do a bit of research on him. Get down in the comments, let me know what you think. The reports an injury about Mario Gila from Lazio. Again, 24 years old, possibly not walking straight into the team. Again, it would be just padding out the squad, in my opinion. Spanish defender, 50 million euros seems a bit high. So again, these fees bandied around, I think they're way too high. Rashford, I've spoke about in previous videos. I think I know he splits opinion, but I wouldn't mind to see Marcus Rashford at Tottenham. There's no way we're going to pay him £325,000 a week, however. And as Henry Winter said here, that a move is unlikely, considering now we've signed Matisse Tell on a permanent transfer. So, but we'll see what happens with that. And this thing about Son still possibly moving on. The rumours are growing about Son going, and the fact that it's more likely than it ever has been that Son is going to depart the club does seem a bit mercenary. That well, look, we've got a contractual obligation that Son's got to play in this, so that's how they'll spin it. If it's a contractual obligation, it is what it is. But could Son move after the tour in Korea? I could probably see it happening. How do you feel about Son going? We've discussed it many times on this channel, but how do you feel about Son going? I wouldn't mind either way. I love Son a bit, I really do. If he wants to stay, fine. If he wants to go, go. But it will be very interesting to see what happens with Son in the coming weeks and months. That's all for today. Get down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on all the stories today. Come on, you Spurs.